Hello, welcome back. We did Gift of Reason, and did another Tartarian. We have a very cool Tartarian now, which is very nice. Did the usual summons otherwise, took back a province from the boat, caught 10 more slaves, got attacked twice more by the boat. Unfortunately, we didn't catch it on Fomoria. This is the last turn I'm going to patrol there as well, so... Spring Spires, we saw, I don't know, just some Helheim stuff for taking a Kalian province. I think this was originally Helheim's province anyway, just has 1 point of PD. Some, interesting mages, I guess. Not very interesting otherwise. Events then, some income, and 1 gem, pretty nice. We lost our scout over on Helheim's territory, and did some patrolling. And that's it. Yeah, so took back this province, gonna grab this next. Took back... oh, nothing here. We got attacked down here by the boat, though. So we're going to send this random priest to take a Crema, and then Desert of Visions next turn. And besides that, yeah, I'm going to move stuff into Moreni this turn, and then we'll move on to Pagami next turn. So next time I'll show off the scripts and everything, but now it's just one last turn of movement, so a bit boring. But we've stopped patrolling in Fomoria now. A bunch of guys are cloud trapezing down to Moreni this turn. I also teleported a bunch of Astro Mages there as well. Although, somehow I managed to screw up, and one guy teleported from Scroll Point to Scroll Point. Instead of teleporting to Moreni, which is a shame. But, in theory, we were also teleporting some Mages to Moreni. Here is our big Tartarian. This guy is Fire, Death, and Blood. Very cool combo. If we give him some blood slaves, he can cast, well, we don't really have much blood research is the thing, but he could give himself, like, damage reversal and stuff later on. Or certainly that spell that distributes damage amongst just slaves and stuff. D2 lets him do Soul Vortex with a gem. F3 lets him do Phoenix Pyre, just like Dust Thug. This guy, I gave him items that he has pretty decent magic resistance, 20 wasn't bad. He's got 26 protection with a Skull Face. He has our Bless, so he has Regen, Reanimator, and some attack as well. He's got Storm Spill to counteract the shock res loss from Skull Face, or Iron Face. Yep, so he's still on 10 shock res. I mean, the stats are pretty good across the board. He's got Spear of the Morrigan for some life drain attacks. He's got the Heart of Quickness we got from an event, like, ages ago, like 50 turns ago. Seems pretty good on him. Gives him some Reinvigoration and Quickness. Also a bunch of map move. So yeah, I mean, he's got pretty nice gear. Sitting on 5 Reinvigoration, can cast amazing buffs, has great stats. He should be a nightmare to kill. So he is moving to Moreni in 1 turn, since he has 43 map movement. Very cool. Yeah, and we got another Tartarian this turn, who also has no injuries, or maybe they just got healed, I don't know. So we'll Gift of Reason this one this turn. Yep, rest of the guys moving down to Moreni. These guys in Scroll Point are teleporting to Moreni. Guys in Longmark who just got picked up are heading to Moreni. And I think that's everything. The other red arrows are just moving stuff into Scroll Point. So these Furbolg are on the move. And moving some stuff out of Fomoria as well. And I think that's it for the interesting stuff. In Moreni, I am summoning another Draconian. The flying units can... I mean, I'll look at the Draconians in this province. The flying units can help out in battle. They're buffed in this balance mod, so they have some interesting attacks and stuff. And then the Draconian commander can help defend the fort as well if we take it. Since they can just start summoning Draconians every turn for the siege defense bonus. And that's it, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, forging some water items as well. I can give those to Matcha. So that'll get her up to water 4. Let's her do like Frostfend and stuff. So also making some random items that we might give to Tartarians. Demon Bane is a really cool 200 weapon. Flambeau is a really cool 200 weapon. I'll look at them both next month. And besides that, I think it's just business as usual. Yep. So we're moving all that junk to Moreni. Next turn, I'll just show you the script and we'll just move directly on to Pagami. So let's go there now. That was turn 73. Give me a second, I'll load up the live turn. So here we are, turn 74. 2 days and 3 hours until next hosting, so maybe you'll get another turn on Thursday. Possibly. Who knows? So, this turn, yep, usual spells. We got research and alteration done. We're at 8 now. So that does give us some useful stuff. Our death mages can do disintegrate. Our astral mages can do will of the fates. We can cast ground army, which might be quite useful against Van. Who knows? Water mage could do any of this stuff as well. Yeah, we'll keep going. Try and get to Army of Gold and Army of Lead, though. That would be really nice. It might take a few turns, though. Our dead prophet's power have left the world. I haven't declared a new prophet yet. Might be cool to declare one of the tarts a prophet, I guess. Didn't get attacked by the boat this turn, amazingly, and took back 2 provinces. And events were a handful of acorns, lost some income, and a fairy and Laria. And that's it for messages. Not much happening this turn. So yeah, little movements this turn are moving some more stuff out of Fomoria towards in Asia. Moving this guy who just took these provinces back to Fomoria. And moving this guy who just took Ukraine into the Visions. So, all good stuff. These guys are on their way to Scroll Point, which is nice. Most of the Furball got into Scroll Point, which is good. These guys had bodyguards, so they're a bit slower. And the big movement this turn, of course, is just attacking Pergami. Now, unfortunately, our very, very cool Tartarian has immediately gone insane. So he won't be joining us, which is a shame. I can't even select him, which is a bit sad. Let's see. No, there's no way for me to isolate him. But his script would be Phoenix Pyre, Soul Vortex, Fire Shield, Attack Largest. It seems decent. Can we do any blood stuff with you? I guess he could just reinvigorate himself. We could get a little bit of blood research so that he can do some cool blood spells as well, I don't know. Is there anything else I need to look at before I look at this script? I mean, we did just Gift of Reason another tart, so here she is. She's teleporting onto Big Army this turn. So I gave her what gear we have, but she's an astral mage, basically. So she is teleporting onto that fort up in the top left corner. And she's currently just doing some body ethereal spam. That's fine. So she's teleporting here along with Strange Energy, and I also built the pyramids. So they're all up here. I also built is going to do Mistform, Soul Vortex, Blessing, and Attack Rear. And Strange Energy is just going to do Horde of Skeletons. She also has an Imp contract, so... So those 3 guys are going to land on Pig Army during the ritual phase. I imagine there is nothing patrolling, because we've had a scout here for so long. Now, admittedly, these guys are very hard to find. But even so. There's only one point of PD that we can see, and let's assume there's no patrollers. So those 3 guys are going to land on Pig Army, put it under siege very easily. And that means Van doesn't get to see what our army looks like. They only get to see those 3 dudes. Although admittedly those 3 dudes are pretty powerful. If anything is patrolling, those 3 dudes should probably put a pretty good fight against it. We have tools to deal with quite a lot of stuff just between those 3 guys. But let's get to the meat of things. This is the army that's moving onto the fort. So we have a lot of junk units at the front. Mostly the zombie dudes and the long dead horses. Also some mantises and thelets and stuff at the very back. Just big dumb units that draw attacks. Some basic Fomorian dudes as well, just behind. Most of our high quality stuff is in the middle though. So trolls and giants and morrigans and unmarked basically. All in the middle. 2 rows of mages in the front, and then more interesting mages in the middle here. The 2 rows of mages in the front are mostly the Fomorian druids, who are just giving themselves protection from lightning and then just spamming orb lightning. That's fine. Don't need to do much else than that. I am not putting up a storm in this battle because it's a fort storm, which means flying is probably better than storm. I mean, we could put up a storm and just spam earlies, but if you notice, my gem stockpile is currently zeroed out because I didn't really have many gems to give to this army. I had to alchemize basically all of our fire and water gems as well into useful things. So we can't really deploy a lot of early spam anyway. If anything, I predict that Van probably puts up storm and does early spam. Fortunately, we do have some earth mages though, so at least one of them is doing ground army, so we had a little bit of shock res. And we're pretty big generally, so it's harder to trample us. Morrigans have magic weapons, so they might do okay against their earlies. But yeah, druids are just in the front, protecting from lightning or lightning spam. That's fine. We then have the prince dudes, who are slightly further forwards, doing similar stuff, either doing Frozen Heart, Orb Lightning, or Horde of Skeletons. So that's the two kind of front rows of mages, they just spam those things. The more interesting mages then, let's see if I can just select them all. Okay, the more interesting mages are these guys. We have Brez, who is doing Mass Flight. He needs to use an extra gem to do this, but okay. Give all of our units flight on turn 1. Match is doing Foul Vapors, and then maybe Frostfend if she gets that off as well. Give us some cold res. So Foul Vapors will be poison everywhere on the battlefield, Frostfend is some frost res. Fog Warriors, again, have to use an extra gem to do this, unfortunately, but yep, take and try and do that. So all of our units get Mistform. We have a bunch of these S2 Crystal Mage guys. At the moment they're just scripted to do Paralyze, nothing too interesting. But during an actual battle, they'll be able to make a small communion with that Tartarian we just got. Which will be more interesting, I think. Oh, that reminds me, did I remember to move any pearls over? I don't think I did, and I don't have any gems left. Which isn't great. Is anyone holding gems anywhere in the world? No. So one of the things I meant to do was alchemize some gems into pearls and then carry them into battle so that the Tart could cast something useful, probably Will of the Fates. How many gems would Will of the Fates be? Let me just double check this. Will of the Fates would be 4 pearls. So I could take 8 earth gems off those earth mages and alchemize them into 4 pearls to do Will of the Fates. Might be worth it, because we have mass regen as well, which stacks nicely with Will of the Fates, but I'm not going to bother. So let's get back to this. Fog Warriors, small communion, probably just spamming, I don't know. Enslave? I'm not sure. We have the Earth Mages doing Marble Warriors, Legions of Steel, and Strength of Giants. In JBBM, these spells need a gem, so... we have a big Death Mage doing Life After Death. We have... we have another Death Mage. Did I not script you? Life After Death. You were supposed to do Rigor Mortis. Oh no, you're Cloud Trapezing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We must have... Let's see, do we not have another Death Mage somewhere? No, I guess I'll move gems over to Strange Energy as well. Yeah, she's Cloud Trapezing at the moment. But when it's a real army, yeah, she can also do Rigor Mortis. Divine Blessing, more Marble Warriors, and yeah, a really important one is Leafbeard, who's doing Relief and Mass Regeneration and Serpent's Blessing. So good luck to him. That's a lot of battlefield enchantments. Fortunately, they're not very hard to cast ones. 100 Fatigue for Relief, 200 for Mass Regen, and 100 again for Serpent's Blessing. And he does have decent Reinvigoration. He's got 6 Reinvigoration between Rainbow Armor and Boots of the Messenger, so maybe he gets all those off, I don't know. But either way, that's the army. You can see these blocks of like high quality stuff. It's all just hold and attack, unless it's junk in the front, in which case it just attacks immediately, like the Corpse Constructs. So, that is what is moving on to Pagami this turn. I imagine it cracks open immediately. We have 1300 siege strength, so there'd have to be something pretty serious in here to prevent that from falling over right away. And I probably just storm immediately as well. I don't think we need to really scout it, because what could we change? I don't know. I guess we could wait until Recovered Extraterrestrial Craft gets over. Might make a difference. But as it is, I'm going to leave the turn there. Nothing else interesting is happening. I'm not even doing summons because I'm trying to save gems at the moment. Doing another tart, another gift of reason. And yeah, we'll see something more interesting next turn. Just make sure these guys are cloud trapezing to Pagami, yep. And you are teleporting to Pagami, yep. So that's all correct. And yeah, that's it for turn 74. So hopefully on Thursday you get, I don't know, at least a fort going under siege. But maybe not the actual storm for a while. Yeah, but that was turn 74, so thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.